story, a familiar story to many of you. You first heard on WDSU of a woman in Laplace who says Entergy blindsided her with a bill in the thousands. And since then, 57-year-old Suzanne Robinson was murdered in January. And now the burden of that sky-high bill, it falls on the shoulders of her family who are trying to grieve.
WDSU reporter Ariel Brumfield sits down with her daughter, who tells us about her mother's fateful day and the unfortunate load left behind. Ariel.
Well, if you've ever experienced the loss of a loved one, then you know exactly what it feels like to be dealing with grief while also trying to make ends meet and plan a funeral. The woman I spoke to is dealing with two battles: the loss of life at the hand of a family member, but also utility bills in the thousands.
Then all of a sudden we get a bill for $2,546.50 saying that we underpaid within the last 6 months.
You may remember this woman, Suzanne Robinson from Laplace. I sat down with her the day before New Year's Eve to discuss her battle with Entergy and her bill, now in the thousands after being undercharged for months. Just days later, Robinson was brutally killed in her home on January 10th by her nephew, 25-year-old Christian Robinson. Her daughter, Courtney Petitton, now haunted by this Entergy bill, all while grieving the loss of her mother, shared what happened to her mom on that fateful day.
They were arguing over dog food. Wasn't nothing big.
Petitton tells me she overheard the argument her mother Suzanne and her cousin Christian were having, no different than any other day. Then the house went silent. Petitton started to panic.
I just started shaking. I don't know what made me, and someone told me, don't leave this room. Don't leave this room, call the police.
She tells me when the St. John the Baptist Parish Sheriff deputies arrived, Petitton discovered her cousin in her mother's room. SJSO confirmed Christian was standing with his foot on his aunt's throat.
I think he's standing on the bed or like standing on my mom. Like I didn't even know how to.
While making funeral arrangements and taking on sole responsibility of the household bills, Petitton says she reached out to Entergy for assistance to tackle her $2,500 bill.
They said they would do 6 months with me, to pay it. And after these 6 months, if I can't pay it all, I can't get any more installments. I have no more time. They're just going to cut me off.
She tells me an Entergy rep told her they gave her a week of grace after she informed them of her mother's passing.
I had the help of my mom. So helping my mom, that helped me a lot with 2 incomes coming in, but now it's just me.
Despite being undercharged by Entergy, no fault of her own, she says Entergy told her her only option would be a payment plan.
I still can't pay $500 this month, $500 that month, $600, they're trying to bunch up these so I can pay it off, and I get it, but I can't afford that every month.
Riddled with emotion from her cousin.
For not only him killing his aunt, but he killed his family too.
And the stress of the Entergy bill taking up space, leaving no room for her grief, Petitton tells me she's saying the same prayers as her mother.
I don't know what to do. I'm at my wit's end, like I said. And all I can do is pray and ask God to help us.
And Courtney Petitton shared that Entergy put her on a 24-month payment plan to resolve her bill. Her family started a fundraiser to raise money. Reporting from the newsroom, I'm Ariel Brumfield, WDSU News.